Asshole talking shit behind your back again.
Yeah, let's go ahead and finish this. Let's go with Family Guy.
Is that a barking squirrel?
I offer you a recipe. Combine 1 part small-town neighborhood with a dash of missing trophy, and what you're left with is a gumbo fit only for a madman. A gumbo served almost exclusively in the Twilight.
Hey, who the hell is that? I bet he took the trophy. Get out!
It was Brian all the whole time.
The Twilight Zone review.
Jordan Herrick, syndicated columnist whose work appears in more than 100 newspapers. By nature a cynic, a disbeliever, caught for the moment by a lovely vision. He knows the vision he's seen is no dream. She is Pamela Morris, renowned movie star, whose name is a household word and whose face is known to millions. What Mr. Herrick does not know is that he has also just looked into the face of the Twilight Zone.
Spooky. Do you get it? Welcome to LIW The Twilight Zone review, episode 195, Queen of the Nile, 523. I'm Phoenix West. What the fuck is Frankie looking at?
No, something popped in my ear with your microphone. It was like
Too loud.
It was like that, but I'm Frank Links.
I'm Adam Wilcox.
Oh, are you Adam Wilcox this time? Because I'm Jansen Carlin fourth, because Phoenix made a point of it last time to make me go fourth because apparently that's the order he wants, and it matters.
I want a fucking order on this
Jesus
show.
Christ.
This show is chaos.
This show is the epitome of non-order. Okay, who gives a fuck?
He rules with an iron fist. He's Phoenix West.
Jesus Christ.
Do you think, guys? If you listen to the podcast, do we have the most chaotic show?
Yeah.
No, hail Phoenix West.
Fucking simp. Jesus.
No, seriously, do we? I've listened to a lot of podcasts, and I've never heard one as discombobulated as ours. It's just nonsense.
Yeah, but like I like listening to ours because it's entertaining to me, and you know, I mean, I got over listening to my own voice a long time ago. I had a problem with that at first, but once I got through that, ours are really good, man. Everyone's fun. Adam cracks me up. You know, Jansen cracks me up. Phoenix is the funniest fuck I ever met, and I suck. But you know, it's okay
as long as you recognize it.
We all agree. No, it's fine. But I do like our chaos. I do like the fact that I can call Frank a cunt and he won't hold it against me, and I did kick him off the show and he doesn't care. That's what I love about it. And that's what makes ours unique and unlistenable too, apparently, according to our download results. So that's fine. But here we are.
Fuck you guys. We don't care anyway.
We're talking about Queen of the Nile. This is Bacteria Unit Phoenix West. Took me 15 weeks to remember to say that. I've had that written in my notes since we watched Black Leather Jackets, and I finally said it.
You finally got it.
I missed it. What'd you say?
Bacteria Unit Phoenix West.
Bacteria.
Remember that episode? Exactly, Jansen. That's the appropriate reaction. It's so long ago, it makes no sense.
Okay.
They said, this is Bacteria Unit, blah, blah, blah. But you're fucking...
Really glad that you brought that into the conversation, Phoenix, because it really added to what we're doing here today.
Right? I'm glad that Frank literally brought a jar of grape Welch's jam.
And he's doing jelly fingers right now. He's just dipping his fingers in and just jamming it.
Is Frank's jam.
It is the jam. It spreads so much easier than jelly.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't spread easier, but it tastes better.
Both.
This jelly spreads way easier. There's no chunks in it.
Dude, my wife got into making jam for a little while, and she made this peach jalapeno jam. Oh my god, dude, so good.
Can I steal your wife?
Peach?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Fire peach jam.
We could swap for a couple months.
Oh yeah, you guys live out in the west.
Listen, you figure it out between them. I'm not getting involved with that.
You're not saying no, though. That's what I'm hearing.
I'm not saying no, but I'm not selling my wife.
I would.
I'm not gonna fuck her. I'm just gonna have her make you food.
Yeah, no, I know.
Does everyone want to buy?
So wait, is this you saying Metallica can't cook?
No, she can cook well. I'm just saying I want to try something different. So let's.
So we're gonna have like
I'm just saying let's do what happens.
We're gonna be swingers with our wives, but not
for
them for their
we're
cooking.
Kitchen swingers.
Kitchen
okay?
swingers.
You don't fuck her. I won't fuck her.
Okay.
We're just kitchen swinging.
Fair. Okay, we could do
Just
that. You just have
oral.
to marry yours first so we can actually make it official.
Okay.
All right.
They just
If
got
it
a
gets me
house. They
some-
are married. They just don't have the ring yet.
Yeah, if it gets me some jelly with jalapeno in it,
Jam.
I'm on board.
Jam.
Honestly, we probably have some left. I could probably get you some.
Oh, please do.
Can you
This
manage?
only ends with Phoenix knocked out with a knock on the back of his head, and he's duct taped to a radiator naked. All right, that's how this.
Doug, he punched me into a
Wow.
radiator.
That was graphic, and I'm gonna go jerk now. That was hot.
Jansen, can that be our homecoming gift or whatever that's called? Home warming.
Housewarming. It's a housewarming gift.
I'll
Is that homecoming? Are you sure? I'm an idiot.
If Jansen
Fuck
gives
off,
Phoenix a jar of homemade jam for housewarming gift,
I'm pretty sure Jansen already has a housewarming gift for
You know,
I'm pretty sure
you
it
know
sounds
what
like
I'm gonna get roped into. You know what it's really gonna come down to is my housewarming gift is gonna be end up fucking cable managing his office. That's
Ooh.
probably what's gonna happen.
Dude, cable management can take hours.
No, because
Hours.
he won't get down and do it. So he'll be like, "Hey, will you come help me with this?" And then I will do the whole thing.
I literally cannot get down and do that.
Yeah,
So it
I
might
know.
be you.
I know it will. It's fine.
Phoenix,
I already consent to it. It's
Yeah.
gonna happen.
I spent 8 hours cable managing my office, and I had to have help.
Yeah.
It was
yeah, like
bad.
for some reason it's just funny that Phoenix and I are both moving into a house at the same freaking time.
Yeah.
And we're both
Only
gonna.
you made it sound like you're mad at me for not telling you, but you didn't tell me either.
How dare you?
You
Who,
did.
me?
Don't look at me confused.
Who, me?
We're supposed to be moving, buddy.
Hey,
have a
real
reason
quick. I got a question. We all hated this episode, right?
No.
Not allowed to talk about it. I learned that lesson last week.
No, we're here. We're here. We're live.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Jansen.
No, I'm
we
not
did
starting
not.
first again because y'all gonna shit on me.
No,
You started
I-
it yourself,
I wanna
goddammit.
know- no, back up though. I want to know
I
what.
was
what-
just trying to reel it back in. That's all I was doing.
Hold on. I just want to shit on Jansen, literally. When you move,
Okay.
when we move, I'm going to
Yeah.
shit on your chest, and you're going to say thank you, sir. And
He removes
fine. You
himself.
can leave for real. And I'm going to. Oh, is he good? Jansen, you can hear me. I'm going to shit on your chest, dude. It's a sign of thank you. It's a Michigander thank you.
You know what?
Do in Michigan.
Scrap the t-shirts. Fuck you, Phoenix. All right, we're making fuck you, Phoenix t-shirts. Okay.
Please do. Hold on. I have something for this. Let's see.
Oh, it's too funny.
Jansen is loitering in Wonderland.
Oh, it doesn't really make sense, does it?
No, it doesn't really make
No.
sense. Fucking fail.
If you were Frank right now, though, it has such a clip for you.
Let's just pretend. Pretend I'm Frank. Go
I
ahead.
am here. Do you have a clip? Go ahead.
No, Frank's here and he's making sense. So let's move on.
All right.
Jansen,
fine.
why did you hate this episode?
God, it was so fucking boring.
That's it.
So
Oh, you got-
fucking boring, dude. I just.
Did you think she was hot?
I mean, she's attractive for sure. For sure.
He is too.
What?
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 Sorry, what?
I didn't hear it either. Go ahead.
Hello?
Nothing. I said nothing. Let's move on. Jansen, why didn't you like this episode? You said it was boring.
Yeah, it was boring as shit.
Yeah, boring.
I
How is this boring? This wasn't boring at all. This was like it kept moving. It
Frank.
wasn't.
Frank, let him go.
I'm sorry.
This is how we do the show now with four of us. We have to do
maybe boring is the wrong word again. I don't know how to put this into words.
What
is
the
my
fuck
issue.
is wrong? Oh, yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. It did not grab my attention. I was underwhelmed
Just say the word
by
boring.
the story.
Fine.
It was fucking boring to me. I
Dancing
just
around the word boring.
I don't know what it is, man. Like the story, I could care less about anybody in this episode, and that's real danger zone for me. So I don't know what else to say
I kinda know
about
what
it.
you mean. I won't disagree.
Somebody else go. I can't elaborate right now. My
I'll
brain
go.
is fried.
I actually liked this episode. I thought it had a really good story. I especially like the fact that the character that portrayed one of the clever things, never call her Cleopatra. Never had to, okay? But we all know who to talk about, and I thought that was another clever thing. But the character who's playing Cleopatra, who is not named Cleopatra in the episode, looks a lot like Elizabeth Taylor, who also played Cleopatra. And what they're alluding to is the fact that she actually is Cleopatra and played Cleopatra in a silent version of the movie, and then back in 1940 in playing the same role in a different movie, and she hasn't aged at all.
Yeah.
And in a play in 1910,
Yes.
and and then it burned down in 1919.
I thought that the story was the best part of this.
Thank you.
I also liked the acting was okay, could have been better. But
why
this was
was her daughter German? I never understood. I didn't get the accent from her daughter.
You guys are bringing up so many good points, one after another.
Yeah. But yeah, if I had to put a score, I would give this one an 8. I was very engaged. It could also be that I'm a sucker for Egyptian lore. Anytime there's a movie that involves any kind of Egyptian anything, I'm kind of a sucker for that. But I like the fact that they were setting up very cleverly that she actually is the Queen of the Nile, and
maybe
I enjoyed.
Maybe that. I gotta stop watching these episodes after work. Maybe my brain's just so tired that I'm just like watching it just to get it through, and I need to watch it when I'm actually interested.
I would give
that's my problem.
For the moment, better than.
Yeah. I would say you're watching.
I'm sorry. Say that again. I didn't hear a goddamn word you just said because Phoenix won't shut up.
I didn't say a word. That was Adam.
No, it's
sorry.
okay. It was Phoenix, but it's fine.
I just hadn't given my score.
I'd say a word right there.
I would say it's an 8 out of 10 for me. Yeah.
Also, fuck Phoenix.
10 for you?
8 out of 10.
I agree with Jansen, but also 8 out of 10. Okay.
Wait,
no,
what?
Fuck me, but
no,
she's not gonna fuck you. She's gonna cook for you, dude.
No, I get it. I'm saying fuck me in regards to society, not your wife.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Did you make a good pot roast?
I just want to because
yeah, no doubt.
I like fucking beautiful things.
Yeah. Question. Why didn't you guys like Spur of the Moment? Why am I on a ledge by myself liking that episode?
Because
this one was way more entertaining than Spur of the Moment, dude.
The story sucked. The acting sucked.
Yes.
The ending sucked. The beginning was okay.
No, the beginning was trash too. What the fuck was that?
This one was set up.
I laughed.
Moving on with 3 people wrong, 1 person right. And let's continue talking about this episode today, which is Queen of the Nile. Adam liked it a lot. Jansen seems wishy-washy.
Underwhelmed.
Frank,
I'm gonna give it like a 6. I enjoyed it, but I didn't love it. And a lot of parts of it, I went, what? Okay, why? All right, whatever. And then I liked the end. I thought the ending with the beetle that was
cool.
Pretty cool. Yeah. And you know what? Bravo on the special effects on a season 5 episode of him turning into dust, because they even made his skull crack. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Like
it was pretty cool.
They showed his ribs, and it's clearly made out of like particle board. It's like a beetle sitting on it. It's like black.
But it was just I don't know. I
wish they would have set up the thing with the beetle a little bit earlier in the episode, but I realized that this is a Twilight Zone episode. You have only so much time to do things. But had this been like a movie, they would have set that up a little bit earlier and then brought it back in the end. But I still thought it was pretty cool. That was this was kind of like almost like a classic monster movie type of deal, except she's not the mummy, she's the Queen of the Nile.
Definitely. Yep. I mean, so
maybe I just have a lack of interest when it comes to that type of genre too, like the whole Pharaohs and Queen of Niles, and
completely agree.
Bored. I don't care.
Apparently, Adam has an affinity for history.
I do, and I really appreciated the journalist that he was introduced in the beginning too, for going that length. He's got the perfect setup. It's like, dude, you're banging a hot movie star, but you're still investigating her behind her back. I got to admire the cojones on the guy, because it ultimately does get him killed, but he finds out exactly what he wants to do, and is somebody that used to be an aspiring journalist. I admire his endeavor to persevere.
Yeah. See, and I just see a dumb schmuck that thought he could have his cake and eat it too, and he couldn't.
Or that's one way to look at it. But yeah,
fair enough.
Let's let Frank finish here, and then we'll all go into it after I go.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, to finish up, the only big problems that I had was there's no way that this guy back in Chicago has every single file. Just at an arm's
it's like, oh, he's better than Alexa. He has all the.
Like
Adam,
there's
hold on.
no way you got all that and know all this other info just like that.
Right.
There's no way.
Yeah.
It's like he called him up like, yo, yeah, you have the info on John? I got you.
He is Vince D'Onofrio in the Sinister movie. What you have is a Bagul problem. Giant book says here on page 745 that Bagul haunts people. Like, oh my god, dude, you just have everything at the ready.
Yeah,
He's just a god creature. He's Deus Ex Machina. What Adam said, has everything ready. He's a Greek.
Can someone explain that freaking phrase to me, please?
It means God device. So anything like,
thank you.
Whoever has to have all the answers is right there.
Yeah, that Deus Ex Machina.
I have to make sense of the plot.
Right. It's when something, Frank. It's when something happens in a movie that just conveniently happens out of nowhere. It wasn't set up just to move to the next plot device.
I would say
in modern day horror movies, it's the guy who knows fucking everything about the characters for some fucking reason. And you're like, why does this guy know some? Oh, because the screenwriter has to make sense of this fucking plot.
Exactly.
So therefore, he knows everything.
I would say like he has his purpose. I mean, I think it's plausible because obviously there's no fucking IMDb in 1960 whatever. So there's somebody who's keeping log of all this shit, because otherwise how would we have all that information on the internet at this point? So I think it's partially plausible. I think it's kind of ridiculous that he just has this guy on hand, but then again, he's a reporter or journalist, whatever. So maybe he does. Maybe he's got to reach out to this guy for this information all the time.
Yeah, like I think I don't think I would have like questioned it so much if it wasn't from Chicago while he's in Hollywood. If he called a guy that's up in Los Angeles, then it would make more sense to me, I guess.
It bothers me because I don't know the phone call rate from LA to Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know the rate.
I mean, well, it's 2,000 miles.
I'd have to do the math, and I haven't done it yet.
Okay, so you figure St. Louis to Ohio is
somewhere vaguely in Ohio. Which is
that's only like 150 miles tops.
Yeah, and that's 75 cents. So we're
so
talking
this call was like $10 a minute.
we're talking exorbitant fees here for AT&T at the time.
And to inflate it, that's like $150,000 for one phone call.
Yeah, they're not paying for Big Tit Lily back in the day like they are now.
It's true.
Have you guys seen her? Am I the only one who's seen that Lily girl?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Look up AT&T girl. Her name is like Milana something. It's worth it. And you're like, holy shit. Look her up. Like Milana starts with a V. Look her up online and you're like, holy shit.
Interesting fact about the actress who played the Queen of the Nile. Her husband's name was McNulty, from the same guy from The Wire's name. So there you go.
The other Twilight Zone we did.
Excuse me. Yeah.
It was a stopwatch.
Kind
of a stopwatch.
Yeah, and his name was.
Think about that now.
Yeah. Now you think about that. Yes.
Think about that now.
Yeah. So.
Oh, goddamn.
Right. Jansen just found it.
Whoa.
Right. Yeah.
Honey, you are selling cell phones incorrectly. That's all I got to say.
That's what I just want to say. She has some pictures of you like, good God, she's fucking beautiful.
Let those warlocks out, man.
What did AT&T do to her to make her look like that?
Lots of ace bandages.
What am I Googling again? Who?
Milana VA. What's her last name, Jansen?
Here, I'll put the Instagram link in the.
Yeah, do that. She is a gorgeous creature.
Scroll down about like, I don't know, 30, 40 photos. You'll see what we're talking about.
Don't mind us, podcast listeners. Yeah. We're just Googling shit while you wait and listen to us.
You notice everybody's immediate focus after I drop the link.
I'm not
podcast listeners.
I've already looked. I've already jerked off several times. So you guys go ahead. So they're looking up the AT&T girl. I want to say, listeners, go ahead and do it right now. We're going to talk about her for the next 5 seconds, 10 seconds.
That is a horrible profile pic. She looks
Keep
like
looking, Frank. Keep looking.
Just scroll until you see cleavage, okay?
You'll get it in a second or two. Here it comes. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Frank.
wow. Wow.
Okay, there.
Right.
Adam, are you on board?
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, thank you. I thought I was alone here because that was the only one. I was like, I looked her up. I'm like, holy shit! Like I had no idea. She's so boring in those commercials, and they fucking cover her up, and they're like, let's not show any skin. And she's like putting googly eyes on a rock and a guitar, and she's boring.
I actually saw this on was it Twitter recently or Facebook? Somebody had memed this, and they had like a side by side comparison, and somebody just said, "Let them out, let them out, let them be free."
I'm not normally this kind of guy, like big boob guy, but I look at her, I'm like, holy shit! Like, yeah, do something else. Like, you don't have to sell a phone to me in a different way.
It reminds me of that scene in Superbad where they run after the girl. He's like, yo, man, I got to catch a glimpse of these warlocks. Be right back.
I remember that. Nick Cage is in that movie, though, so I should remember. I only remember his scenes. Sorry.
Wait, I'm sorry. Nick Cage is in Superbad?
Oh, sorry. I was thinking Kick-Ass.
Oh,
Superbad,
yeah.
I don't remember. Kick-Ass, let me tell you. Nick Cage.
Kick-Ass.
Oh,
what
spoiler
is he there?
While we're in our kind of moving into our next topic here, Matt Vandermast said, I was asking people their thoughts on these 3 episodes that we're doing today. He said something completely off topic, which is Eye of the Beholder, perhaps my favorite number 4. My favorite 4 equals Life is Awesome, number 1. Anybody make sense of that? Nope. Number 2, you're never more alive than when you're almost dead.
That's great.
Thing they carried. 3, huge difference between illusion and reality. And number 4, don't fuck with the Union Bridges. Okay, so he's talking about occurrence. Okay, there. Now number 4 made it make sense for me.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. Just do not fuck with my bridge.
Yeah,
I mean, you know how much trouble I went through to cross this. Make this goddamn. I mean, bridges are, modern works of art. Really,
I mean, fucking Tom Hanks died in Saving Private Ryan to protect
the bridge. I know. Somehow,
I mean, I think there was a little bit different context going on there, but okay.
Jansen, 5% difference. Okay, so
and fuck Private Upham. I hate Upham. Oh,
I saw it recently on a poll. It was like one of those Facebook images of like 12 people, and it's like, who would you rather have on your side? And it was like Thor, Captain America, those sort of people. And then one of them was like Private Upham, and I'm like, who the fuck is going to choose him?
We already know you chose John Frankenheimer, so
doesn't he redeem himself at the end?
He does.
That's not a redemption arc. How is that a redemption arc? He kills the one guy, then lets the rest of them go again. He didn't learn shit.
He shows up right after they stab that guy in the chest.
And how's he going to take 20?
This is a big sideways tangent, and I'm not trying to defend Private Upham because I think he's a dirtbag as well. I'm just saying that I think it was trying to give the perspective of another type of situation that people went through during this war. Not everybody was a hero. Not everybody had the bravery and bullshit that they were trying to portray with the other characters. So that's my piece.
They did that in the scene where the German guy's like, Betty Boop. That scene. They did that in that scene.
Fuck Hitler. Fuck Hitler.
Yeah.
And he sees him again. He goes, oh, Upham. Don't worry. He won't kill anyone. Oh.
Yeah. The German guy sees him and goes, nah, fuck that guy.
Yeah. You're not even worth it. That
guy's pissing himself. I can see it strewn out the bottom of his boots.
Well, the other guy was Jewish, so the German guy was just compelled, I guess. Too soon?
Are you defend? Okay. So, Queen of the Nile. My thoughts. 6. It's okay.
Yeah, that's what I gave it. Right.
Those are my thoughts. It's the most middle of the road episode I've seen in a while.
I just want to know why her daughter had a German accent.
No fucking sense. Her dad must have been German and raised her. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just a piece of backstory we're not going to get. There's probably a perfectly good explanation, thousands of which we can come up with during this episode, but it really just doesn't matter.
Yeah, it'd be boring as fuck. Who cares? Right?
Yeah.
Right. That lady's purpose is to say, this woman is way older than you think she is.
Yeah.
Whole story. Reporter shows up to interview her for fucking some reason and realizes she's younger than she's older than she says. Starts to go like, you were in this movie back in the day and you weren't alive. And she's like, no, that was just a mistake. That's not really me. But you were this age. You were 15 when you started. And she's like, no, I was really 12. They didn't look into it. And he's like, 15 to 12? That's way off the charts. And his mind is blown. And then he fucking shows up later, talks to the mom. And then she's like, stay away from her. She's older than she says. I'm her daughter. I'm not her mother.
I am her daughter.
Yeah, I am her daughter. And spooky. And then the motherfucker still takes her out on a date. They don't see the date. We just show them arrive at the house where she's like, I'm glad I'm done blowing you now. Now I'm going to go inside. And he shows up later and talks to the daughter again and is like, hey, bitch, what the fuck's going on? She's like, not much. Don't ask about those other dudes, though. She doesn't want to talk about her ex that fucked her. So don't talk about them. I'm not going to give you no answers. I'm like a season of Lost in front of you. I'm not going to give you any answers. You can ask all the questions you want. I'll say, hold on, pause for 5 episodes, and I'll get to half those answers later. And then he's so stupid he ignores all of her advice and shows up later, and she puts a beetle on his chest and takes his youth. That's the episode.
Yeah, it's
completely trains him.
Yeah,
And then
I got one bone to pick with the IMDb dude who pulls out the picture of the two girls, and he's like, they look similar. It could be the same person, but it was the same movie, it was the same costumes. Yeah. And I'm like, it's literally the same picture, bro. Also, why is the photo quality exactly the same? And these two pictures are supposed to be taken like 40 some odd years apart.
Budgets.
Yeah, because like every 2 years, photography made a huge leap.
Yeah.
It
doesn't make any fucking
Not
sense.
even the photography might look the same if you were to advance it now, but the printing would look way different. You would see so many cross lines in the printing from 1940.
One of them would probably be a little on the yellowish side, like
it'd be ugly as shit. But he must have just printed for the negatives. Like this guy's really on top of shit.
Yeah.
The only thing I can think of is because TV in the 1960s wasn't what it is now, so they had to kind of dumb it down so audiences could tell, oh my God, it's the same person. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to make excuses.
Back then, are you fucking crazy? Nowadays, they dumb shit way down.
Oh yeah, they have to because people are fucking stupid.
Yep.
People are like watching the Twilight Zone.
Yeah, like the Indie Sports Car Podcast. We named it that because we went. People are fucking stupid. So let's name it something so they know exactly.
I liked this episode. I have to say that
your audience,
the journalists let me down because I'm not saying you should kiss and tell, but you literally got blown by the Queen of the Nile. You're going to tell somebody about it. You had that story that you could have had for the rest of your life, and you squandered an opportunity to find the truth. Good job, Fox Mulder.
Twilight Zone is. I mean, the X-Files is like a longer version of Lost. I swear. Like even the movies and everything still haven't gotten an answer about Mulder's stupid sister that he's always talking about.
You obviously didn't watch the entire series because if you did, you'd know about the sister.
I gave up.
Speaking of sisters, I started watching. Completely off topic once again, because who gives a fuck about this episode? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I started watching that 70s show again because it's like my yearly, rewatch of the show.
Cool. So let's move on to something else.
Where they bring up the fact that Donna has a sister and they show her, and then nobody ever talks about the sister ever again.
I love that you didn't pause the entire time.
I didn't pause. Fuck you.
Yeah, you're right. Fuck me. But Frank never responded to my thing earlier about Ashton Kutcher.
I saw it, and I went, so what? Good for him. Like, what does that mean, slowing down his career? Like, it was fucking on fire at some point? When?
He got made fun of for everything he did in the last 6 years.
He played Steve Jobs in a movie, and it just fast-tracked his career.
And they immediately did another Steve Jobs movie that was way fucking better.
Yeah, I saw that one. I like that actor.
Yeah. I mean, the Butterfly Effect should have catapulted him into like amazement, and it didn't.
It's not that good. It was good when it came out, but it's not that good.
It's good.
It doesn't hold up. You mean
it hasn't held up? No.
No, really? Oh.
It's dated, but it's good.
I mean, maybe because I'm partial because I just love what's her face in it.
Amy Smart.
That's it, Amy. Oh,
You know what doesn't hold up? This episode, because if anybody had IMDb now, they would have called bullshit.
why?
Because they'd be like, "Hey, that bitch is like eternal life. Like, what's going on over there?"
You know that right away, though.
Yeah.
Right? You're supposed to know that.
Yeah.
No. I mean, we know that as the people watching the episode, but
that was
apparently they can't figure that out by just looking at her and be like, "Hey, haven't you been alive for like 500 years?"
I actually want to see what IMDb has to say.
Every time somebody asks this, they kind of become dust. Apparently,
yeah.
So, quick question, guys. He comes in at the beginning, and he looks at a portrait on the wall, and it says like literally a mural of her, and it says 1940. And he goes, 1940. That's crazy. He walks out and he watches the bitch come out of the pool, and then she's like, "Hey, from the newspaper," and then it cuts to commercial, and it comes back, and that motherfucker did he walk back inside after being like, "I am that bitch from the newspaper. I'm gonna go look at your mural again," and he walks back because he's looking at the fucking mural again. I'm like, did he walk back in and ignore the bitch? Didn't watch her put it on a towel, oh fuck, I remember this for later for my spank bank. What the fuck did he do? He just walked back inside while she got dressed. Why?
And why does she swim with so much clothes on? Was that a bathing suit or was that a nightgown? Or
are we not going to talk about the fucking weird wave he does, like
Egyptian?
Oh, she went like this, and he
goes,
"Yeah, I've never done that. I've never
been worse than this."
Oh yeah, just he went like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's up?
It was Jansen though. When I was watching, I was like, I can't record this, but it is weird. Like if I could record it for the show, I would have, because it was weird enough too. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
I dubbed this episode "Long Live Pamela Morris."
Nice, and I also love the thumbnail you made with my head as the fucking shrine.
I made that years ago.
I'm always late to the party.
Yeah, that one I didn't release for a while, but
when I saw that, I just started laughing. What's that?
Walter Jameson in one of the season 2 episodes, I want to say, maybe 1. Walter Jameson is a guy who is eternal youth, and he steals. I don't remember what the fuck the plot line is, but he's very old. He has pictures of him from the Civil War. And he's old, and then in the end, he gets turned into his true age and withers away like where's the lost ark, like blah, it melts, and you see the little swastika left over. Maybe not that last part, but
yeah,
it's very similar. Only it happens to the other guy. We see the flip side of that coin. This episode is a less interesting version of that story. So it's a redo episode where they went, let's try the Eternal Youth again. And Adam, you know how much I fucking hate voodoo, and this felt very voodoo-ish.
Really?
I associate voodoo with African mysticism, which is the jungle, Queen of the Nile, that sort of shit. Frank, I fucking hate the fucking jungle episode. I hate when they use Africa as a scapegoat for weird shit that happened, so let's blame it on African mysticism, which bothers the shit out of me for some reason. I fucking hate it. It's lazy, and the voodoo is the exact same thing. Let's just blame it on that. We don't have to explain it. It's not science. It's voodoo magic.
You do the voodoo that you do.
Exactly. And I just see that I see this episode as another version of that, but only this time they do it kind of well because it doesn't really go into depth as far as how that works. It's just a simple story that unfolds.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious how it works. I mean,
Can you say mysticism a couple more times?
Mysticism?
Just one more time.
Hold on.
Jansen, you're fucked
Hold
up.
on. He's right.
Mysticism.
He's right.
Mysticism.
Mysticism.
No, hold on. He's right. Misogyny. Shit.
Fuck. God damn it.
Oh, God.
IMDb gives this episode a 7.6 out of 10, so I'm not too far.
I just saw that and I went, wow, that's kind of high.
I give it an 8, so I enjoyed it.
I mean, I give it a 7 just for it wasn't. At least it kept my attention the whole time. And okay, 7 or 6. Phoenix 6. I don't know. Well, okay, Phoenix. Why 6, Phoenix?
Middle of the road.
It's very Midland. I mean, it's Beaumont, but it really isn't Beaumont. Just Beaumont took credit for it, but Beaumont didn't write it at all. Some other guy did.
Mysticism.
There you go. Congratulations, buddy. Good job.
You know, I've had a 5th tonight, so I nailed it, right? I nailed it.
Dude,
I nailed it. Mm-hmm.
Did I nail it?
You did.
Make fun of me all you want. I'm just saying. I say the word
the pudding pups.
Yeah.
As a man who has a horrible stuttering problem for his whole life, like I couldn't get a word out until like 5th grade until they taught me how to talk right. Cannot.
Oh, this is awkward. What do we do? Hey, Frank.
Yeah, the word I cannot start a sentence with. Otherwise, dead and more. Just I'll go I. And go, well, I think he's flooded. Yeah.
See the Nile.
Mysticism.
Wrap it up.
Did I get it right?
Mysticism. You did it.
Yeah.
Good job, buddy.
No, let's end it.
Is Pamela Nurse, the beautiful and eternally young movie star? Or does she have another name, even more famous? An Egyptian name from centuries past?
Who cares?
Best not to be too curious.
Nobody.
You wind up like Jordan Herrick, a pile of dust and old clothing, discarded in the endless eternity of the Twilight Zone.
Wait.
Mr. Surley. Next time out, we do a little biting of the hand that feeds, and we tell you a delightful yarn that has to do with television. Not normal television, mind you, but a wacky tale about a TV set that predicts the future. It's written by Martin Goldsmith, and it stars 3 eminently talented people who make their first visit to the zone. Joan Blondell, William Demarest, and Sterling Holloway. On the Twilight Zone next time, what's in the box?
What's in the box? Anybody would care about.
No, he's right. He got a Mary on Twitter with 50%, 25% fuck, 25% kill, obviously. So that won somehow. I do want to mention, I was really hoping that when she put the beetle on him and put the beetle on her, she's like on her knees, like right above his body. I was hoping the daughter came in like, ha! And beheaded the bitch. Right?
That would have given it an instant 8 out of 10 for me.
That one will happen in the movie remake coming out this summer.
That would have been incredible. I would have been like immediately start clapping. Like, yes, you did it.
The Mummy's Mom coming to theaters near you.
And with that, we go to our Filthy Twilight Zone episode. Let's go with this. Here's my notes. You see my notes.
Okay, thanks.
Just want to show off your flow chart.
Yeah, see, like,
older now than you did.
Is this gonna play?
You don't look
No video. Cool.
Just play it from Twitter.
older now than you did in that painting over there.
Well, I was only a child when I posed for Best. I was frightened of him. The world was so bright and new to me, and he was so wildly creative. I'd never met anyone quite like him. It was his that enabled him to protect the flowering of a fragile as he put it. Goodbye, Mr. Herrick.
I was hoping she'd give me some.
Her mind wanders. Shall we finish our out in the terrace?
Oh God!
That was a good one.
She comes on to him like a French whore, man. Wow.
My favorite is long pause. Fuck her.
That shit right there is why I'm a huge Opie and Anthony fan, man. Because Anthony used to do that shit. It was hysterical. Oh
yeah, it was. It was best when he used to do that. But I'm doing it now, and bring him in. Curious.
Oh god, it's good stuff.
I like that clip better than I like the actual episode.
I'll give that clip a 10.
Those clips are worth us having to watch this fucking shit.
I'm trying to
All I
make the
gotta
best
say.
of a bad situation with season 5.
Appreciate it.
I have to.
You're doing a good job,
Thank you. I appreciate it. They
dude.
take so much.
We
work.
just had a great episode about occurrence that no one said a word. It's pretty amazing.
The next episode, the deleted scene, the filthy version is not as good as this one because she doesn't have a long pause where she goes, "Forget mother" or "Forget her." It made it so great for a censor.
It's really good.
But yeah, let's any parting words of wisdom, anything you guys learned from this episode before we head out of here?
I do want to ask one question, and
I learned not to ask a bitch how old she is. That's what I learned. Sorry, go ahead, Frank.
no, it's okay. Adam, do you believe the age that they tell you that the pyramids are over in Giza?
Nope.
Neither do I. Okay, cool.
I do. So
I don't care.
What I learned was if you don't listen to an old lady, you will get killed and another dick will show up the next day to take your place.
Yeah.
She just summons dicks. Just
because another guy at the end shows up and she's like, "Hey, I called you over. Glad you showed up." As his skeleton is still there because the old bitch still doesn't clean him up because she's lazy.
Yeah.
She's fucking ruthless.
She's ruthless.
She's hardcore, man.
She's hardcore. Anything else you guys learned? Or we
the road to the truth can sometimes lead to death and danger, and be careful what you find out because you might die.
Plug time. Jensen wishes to plug. Apparently, reddragonsradio.com. Adam wishes to plug RaidersOfTheLostFlix.com and on YouTube for movie reviews and pop culture discussions. Frank wishes to get plugged in
Hampton
and for hours and hours. Oh, and also in the Sports Car Podcast, Way Off Topic Radio Podcast. Phoenix wishes to plug LIWstudios.com for all of our videos and podcasts from Loitering in Wonderland. Send us your Twilight Zone thoughts in writing or audio to loiteringinwonderland@gmail.com or tweet us at LIW The TZ Review. We will read and or play them on the podcast next time. Until next time, and in the meantime, I am Phoenix Wet.
Yeah, you get it. So long, citizens.
Uh-huh.
I was hoping we sit here in silence for a while. Okay.